Are these sort of the tactical application of the Sturtz. So how do we start with our training partner before we cut in? They parry, and then I Zucken. Don't parry yet. So one more time. So I catch the parry Zucken, and I go Sturtz. If he parries now, I just want to go Sturtz here. So I'm going Sturtz to Sturtz. Make sense? So cut, boom, boom. Okay? And once you get in a rhythm, this is the kind of thing you can do for a little while. Like if you're struggling with the movement pattern, you can literally just go. Okay? Right? Don't parry really. Right? Make sense? Just practice that a little bit. Get used to the movement pattern. Switch feet. Right? So now I'm here. Okay? Make sense? Go ahead. David brought up the Uzu again?
Yeah.
So David just made a great point. That initial step, I'm not necessarily committing it the whole way, right? So if I'm perceiving his strengthening while my sword is here, right? My foot is just leaving the ground. If I'm going to bail, this foot does have to step, but it doesn't have to step here, right? So I might get this far, and I see, oh, I have to stop, so I'm here. Now I'm rotating the other way. Does that make sense? So I'm not doing like, so, okay? So just think about that too. And then if you want shadow fence, like, see if you want to commit, I'm going to commit, and then the step is a full step, and then you can finish. Okay? Go ahead. Coach student. So Brendan, you'll be my student, or my coach. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to use these cutting patterns that we've established. I can cut out with a short edge, I can cut with a long edge, I can cut around, right? Does that make sense? And I'm not looking to get anywhere close to it. On extension, I want my cuts to generally whiff his cross. Okay, so when my arms are at full extension, I'm throwing these actions such that they whiff his cross. I'm going to make contact middle on middle, right? But I'm not going to get any closer than that. I'm never going to get to a point where my cut is hitting his cross. Does that make sense? So the actions that I have, I can either cut long edge, I can cut down onto his blade, I can wrench and go short edge, I can cut around, or I can cut Sturtz. Beautiful. So I'm here. 1, 2, 3. Okay? But if he parries in cron, I'm actually going to transform my high cut into a low cut from the same side. Okay? So 1, 2, 3. And then I'll just back up. Okay? So again. 1, 2, 3. Okay? So I'm failing my leftover. The step happens. I'm going to fail it, withdraw my sword, cut Unter with the step, and then I'll come back with right over just to get out with an outside. So all I'm doing is, I'm here, I'm doing a kind of zucchini action, and then I'm letting short edge. Okay? So the movement pattern is going to be, I'm going to have you step back on my short edge cut and parry to your right. So I get to here, boom, boom, boom. Now we're introducing stepping with the opposite foot. Okay? Here, right, closing this line. And I'm going to do the same thing on this side, cut. And I'm going to steal my step here, boom. Right? And then my opponent recognizes the danger, so what does my opponent do? So back out. Right? Boom, boom, I'll do the same thing. So just 2 cuts on this side. Right? 1, 2. So I'm going to give him this opportunity here, and I'm just going to beat that out of the way. Right? So I cut Sturtz, he goes, and I'm going to cut on this hit over to the head. All right? I can do that both sides. So I'm here, I cut, I see, okay, he wants to go. I give him your okay? That's it, just like that. I can get to that ox position from my Sturtz here, or I can cut over, cut, transform, right? Does that make sense? So let's say I cut over, very strong, or very high. So I go up, he cuts in, boom, and I cut. If I do bind on, right, either my opponent has to be strong, in which case if I see that, I can go the other way, right? Notice my body didn't move forward because I wasn't committed, because I'm watching every step of the way. Or if he's weak and I bind on, then I can do whatever else I had in mind, right? So I'm leaving room for my opponent to give me an opportunity, but I'm also trying to protect myself from the opportunities that they're looking to exploit. Okay, so the next one. Short edge, long edge. Left, right. Or right, left, as it were. Does that make sense? So again, short edge, long edge. Alright, give that a shot. By giving him this noise, not only is it disguising my actions, right? Right? What is that? What have I learned about him here?
He wants to take.
He wants to take. Right? Does that make sense? So just play with those actions and see if you can't get your body moving so that these cuts are strongly structured every time that you engage. You don't have to be strongly structured in every single instance, but from my training partner's perspective, he has to believe that there's something there, right? If we're playing and I'm like this, do any of these look fake? Brendan, do any of these look fake? In terms of structure?
Not really.
No, every single one of them, right? So we'll go again.
Yes.
Yeah, right?